Hello, day 6. Um, woo. Yes. Yesterday I had a great day, and then as I was heading home, I had a lot of emotions come up, and I had a big crying fest where I got to release a lot of those emotions. Um, and I found myself um, just repeating to myself, I'm a good person, I'm a good person, um, and just really crying and like really crying. And I'm having some inner conflict right now about like doing something that makes my heart smile but may not work for others, or feeling like, what if I do the wrong thing? What if I make the wrong choice? Um, and I think that's something that I've struggled with for a long time. Uh, so I either don't make a choice, or um, I kind of shut down a lot, and then or I make a choice to try to like appease everybody and like find the choice that makes everybody the most happy, um, or I make the choice that makes others happy. Um, and I don't know. Sometimes, like, I really do have a hard time figuring out what feels like what is the right choice. Um, because there are sometimes like it's not just black or white. It's not just one or the other. And there are effects to each thing, to each choice. Um, so yeah. And I think I learned early on, as a kid, I got some messages about like uh, I realized that like I can tell the truth, but that doesn't mean that everybody is going to accept that, and that doesn't mean that everybody is going to go, oh, okay, we believe you, and if they don't, then there is this there's this sort of tape of like, people didn't believe me when I told my truth as a kid, and and then decided that not only was I not telling the truth, but what I was, because they thought I wasn't telling the truth. And feeling like I was, abandoned, or feeling like people left, or people made different choices, or made choices about me based on uh, what they thought was the truth. And and so my life really changing because of that, and having that be something that shifted my world. um, and so I think that I got this message like, you know what, sometimes people, just because you say one thing, or just because you tell the truth, it doesn't mean people will have to believe it. And what if your opinion of something, other people don't like it? Or what if the choice that you make doesn't work for others? um, and that I learned early on that there are consequences to that. And so now, as an adult, what do I do with that information, and how do I move through that fear that I'll lose my tribe, or the consequence of loss, of or change, even the consequence of things changing based on a decision that I make. And that feels heavy. That feels like the stakes are high. Um, and a lot of the time, I keep reminding myself that that's an old story. And it is. It is old. It's an old story that, oh, if people disagree, then they'll leave. Or if people disagree, then they won't stick around, or whatever it is. And I took that not sticking around to mean that I wasn't worth sticking around for, or that I wasn't worth whatever. Um, and just decided that like I had lost value because other people decided that I was a liar or that I, whatever, was a bad person. Uh, so I think that that's really stuck with me into adulthood. And so last night when I was like having this emotional time, I really was like, I'm a good person. I'm a good person. And like reminding myself of that, because I think that's part of my journey, has been remembering and coming back to that I am a great person. And there may be some of you that don't know me, so just trust me on that. Or don't. But the thing is that it just is. Like, there are some things that are just the truth, and the truth is the truth, no matter who believes it. So that's, it's like, for me, just really continuing on my path and continuing to support myself. Because, like, I came here to care for me and to be Annabeth. And so just continuing to come back to that. So it's been an emotional time lately of just processing that, and processing that I still, at my age, have to convince myself that I'm important and that I'm a good person. So for anybody else having that journey, I get it. And I think it's a worthwhile journey. And it is worth it to remember that you are valuable and that I'm valuable and important. And that's like part of how this whole thing started. So really realizing when I'm feeling like I need to repeat to myself, I'm a good person, and feeling into that and feeling into what that's about, and continuing to choose a new story and to choose that I am a great person, and there's nothing that I could do to change that, really. There's like, at the essence of who I am a great person, and I do have value. I'm alive. I've been given the gift of life, and that inherently makes me have value. And so today I am remembering my value. So that's today. Throughout the day, I would like to consistently remember my value moment to moment, and try to make choices from the place of the new story of valuable and important person coming through, everybody. So yeah, that is today, day 6. Thank you for witnessing and being part of this journey. I love you all.